Good afternoon, students. Good afternoon, students. Is my voice audible to you? Is my voice audible to you, people? Yes? Okay. Okay, ma. So, what we have studied till yesterday? What we have studied till yesterday? Can anybody what we have studied in previous classes? Stream class. So, what are the methods we have in stream class? What are the methods we have in stream class? What are the methods we had in stream class? Why very less done today? Okay, input, output, buffer, get line, get and put. So basically streams are classified into into how many? Basically streams are classified into how many categories? Two or three? Is it two or three? Three. Okay. Good. Good. So what is the purpose of using iStream? What is the purpose of using iStream? providing input. So what are the functions are there in iStream for providing input? What are the functions we have for providing input? Get, read and get, read and get line. Somebody has given his get point. What is this? Get line. Okay. Then what is the use of OStream? What is the use of OStream? Output. Okay. So what are the functions we have for OStream? What are the functions we had in the OStream? What are the functions we had in the OStream? What are the functions we had? One is write function and the other one is, and what is the other one? Put function. Okay. Other one is put function. Now, which operator is overloaded for input? Which operator is overloaded for input? Input for iStream. For iStream. Which operator is overloaded for iStream? For iStream, extraction operator or insertion operator? Is it extraction operator or insertion operator? Which operator is overloaded? Is it extraction or, yeah, it's an extraction operator. So what is the symbol we have for extraction operator? Left shift or right shift? Right. Then which operator is overloaded for O stream? Which operator is overloaded for O stream? O stream is insertion operator. Again, few people are giving symbols wrong. Insertion symbol, left shift. Okay. Insertion symbol. Insertion. What is the symbol of insertion, Anil? Insertion. Okay, good. Okay, so apart from this, what we have studied in previous class, streams, functions, and how do we write? What is the purpose of using put function? What is the purpose of using put function? Purpose of using put function? Put function and get function. Are you able to hear? Okay, writes a character on console. Get function is for get function is for get function is for reads a character. Okay, good. Then what is the use of get line method? What is the use of get line function? What is the use of get line function? Okay, it reads a character, okay, or a line of text. It also considers spaces. It reads a line of text. Okay, it means it reads line of text. What is the use of write function? What is the use of write function? What is the use of write function? Use of write function. So how do we write write function? Syntax of write. Syntax of write function. Praveen Kumar. Is it Praveen Kumar? Praveen Kumar is there. What is how do we use write function? Okay, we are going to specify write followed by some string. In that we are going to write the size. Okay, so in the previous class we have seen an example on write function, like for example taking two strings like C++, other one is programming. This was we have done with the help of this write function. Yes or no? People remember, yes or no? Yes or no? Right. Then what is the syntax of get function? Get function. What do we pass to the get function? What we are going to pass to the get function? Get function. Okay. Uh, right. Is this clear? Then what do we pass to the put function? Put function. Put function is associated with input or output. Put function is associated with input or output. Okay, it's associated with the output. Very good. Then how do we use read function? How do we use read function? Okay, right. So I hope till here everybody have followed by your response. Thank you for giving your response. Right. So today we are going to start with the formatted IO. Okay. Today we are going to start with the formatted IO. So formatted console IO. Uh, Now tell me once again, is my screen clear to you? Can you see my screen? Can you see my screen, all of you? Yes, okay. Okay. And voice is audible? Voice is audible to you all? Yes, right. Say I want response, students. So if you are giving response, it will be very interesting. Otherwise, even I'll be like a sleepy mode only. Is it clear? Whenever I'm explaining, you give response to me. Whenever I ask something, you give responses to me. Clear? Right. So what do you mean by formatted console IO operations? See, this thing we were studying from C onwards. Okay. How we are going to format the console IO? Okay. How do you format the console IO here? So C++ has number of features, right? That can be used for formatting the output. Okay. It has number of features that can be used for formatting the output here. So first one will be here iOS class function and flags. Okay, iOS class functions and flags. That is the first one. Second is by using manipulators. Third is by using user defined output functions. Okay, so now uh, what do you mean by formatting? What do you mean by formatted console? What do you mean by formatted console? What do you mean by formatted console? Formatted. See, we know that we are going to get some output like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, but if we want the output, after output we want some spaces. Okay, I wanted to have say space after two digits, or I want to have space after one digit, right? Like or I wanted to have after decimal point some few digits only, right? That is what can be done by using this formatting functions. Okay, can be done by using formatting functions. Okay, so now first we will see what is this. Contains number of member functions that would help us format the output in number of ways. Okay, right? So the first one we are having is width. Okay, first one we have is width here. So what is this width? Width is to specify the required field size for displaying an output value. For displaying an output value. Okay, so for displaying an output value, for example, I wanted to display, okay, for example, I wanted to display value like this, right? I want to display 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here, right? So when I want to display 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? So for that, we are going to specify the size. Okay, what should be the field size? What should be the width? Whenever you are giving an output, what should be the width here? That can be given by using this width function. Okay, by using width function. So for example, if I am saying width as, for example, I am saying width as some 8. Okay, I am saying width as 8 here. So what happens here when I say width as 8? It is going to create the size. Okay, it is going to create the size for 8 fields. Okay, for 8 values. Clear? Is going to create size for 8 values here. So it will be like this. Like it is going to create size for 8 values here. See what I have done. Whenever we specify width here, whenever we are specifying width as 8, so it is going to create the size for 8 fields. Okay, it's going to create the size for 8 fields here. Then if I have values like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then it is going to take from either like this, right justification or left justification. By default, it will be right justification. Is it clear? Is the width function clear to you people? Yes? Okay, Rahul. Then second function we have is precision. Okay, once again we'll come across with examples for this. Once again we'll come across with examples. Okay, next is precision. So what is this precision is to specify the number of digits to be displayed after the decimal point of floating value. After the decimal points of the floating point value here. See, number of digits to be displayed after decimal point means after decimal point how many digits we wanted to display. Like for example, by default some compilers allow some 5 digits, and some compilers allow 8 digits, and some compilers allow uh, some compilers allow 15 digits. Okay, it depends on the compiler here, right? So now here we want to specify the number of digits to be set, right? Number of digits to be set here. Okay, so we specify the precision here. Okay, we are going to specify the precision. So when we are specifying the precision, okay, when we are specifying the precision, we need to give some value there. Okay, after decimal points how many values you have. Okay, that we need to specify by using this precision field. Okay, this also I'll show with an example, right? Then next one is fill. Okay, fill function is to specify a character that is used to fill the unused portion of a field. Unused portion of a field means, okay, unused portion of a field. 1 second, ma. Okay. See, fill method is used to specify a character that is used to fill the unused portion of a field. See, for example, we have some 8 characters. Consider the previous example itself. In that, I wanted to fill 5 fields. The remaining 3 fields will be unused. Okay, the remaining 3 fields will be unused. So, such unused spaces can be filled with a character. Okay, such unused spaces, if you want to fill with some character, then we are going to use this fill function. Are you able to follow? Yes, no? Let me see who will give first response. Rahul is first. Okay. Then next function is set f. Okay, this will come, we'll see. Okay, first we will see this, then we'll come to the programs. Setf function, these are format functions. Okay, to specify format flags that can control the form of output displays. Either you wanted to specify left justification or right justification. Like for example, I told you width. So when I specify width here, when I wanted to have some values, then I wanted to specify there. How do I use this either left justification or right justification? Okay. Then unset f to clear the flags specified. Okay, to clear the flags specified, we use unset f. Okay, we are going to use unset f. Right, then manipulators. Okay, manipulators are also functions that can be included for IO statements. Okay, so when we are using or when you want to access these manipulators, the file IO manip should be included in the program. Okay, we have to include the file called as IO manip in the program. In addition to this, we also have different manipulators included in our program. You can see different manipulators. Set W. Okay, it's one of the manipulator equivalent to iOS function called width. Okay, just now I told you width, right? Then next manipulator we are having is set precision. Next manipulator we are having is set precision, right? This precision is again equivalent to precision function. Set fill is equivalent to fill function. Set iOS flag is equivalent to set f. Okay, that is for setting the flags here. Then reset IO flags is equivalent to unset f. Okay, is equivalent to unset f. Is it clear, everyone? These are different manipulators. Now, one by one, we'll see these iOS functions. Right, for specifying the width, we have width function. Okay, width function is used to define the width of a field necessary for an output. Right, necessary for an output here. So when I say this width function is associated with the output of an item here. Okay, it is associated with the output of an item. Yes or no? Yes, right. Then we are going to use it on output object called cout.width. Okay, we are going to use as cout.width. Okay, we are going to use as cout.width here. So see, I'm just changing the color so that it you can observe that change here. Cout is an output object as the width is associated with the output. So we are linking as cout.width. Okay, we are linking it as cout.width. Okay, yes, then here we are passing W, that is a field width. How much width we want to specify, that we are going to including as W. Right, so the output, whatever output we are taking, the output will be printed in a field of W characters wide at the right end of field. Okay, output whatever we are taking, that will be printed at the right end here. So now in this example I am taking some output here 1 2 3 4 5. So this 1 2 3 4 5 will be filled in these positions like 1 2 3 4 and 5. From right end it will be filled. Yes, then width function can specify the field width for only one item. One time only we can, for once if you want to specify the width, you can specify that width for one specific field. In case if you wanted to have one more time, then you have to include once again cout dot width. Okay, once again you have to include cout dot width here. Is it over? Yes. Right. The next one, we have an example over here. Okay, we are having an example. The example is cout dot width of 5. What does it indicate? Cout dot width of 5. What happens here? Cout dot width of 5. I'll show you. Okay. Cout dot width of 5. What happens? We will see here. What header files I'm including? Are you able to see? Okay, I'm writing like cout dot width of 2. Then I will write cout left shift 1 2. Okay, I'll write only. I give one increased size like 9. I'm giving width. Okay, 1 2. We'll see whether what do we get here. We see here and compile and see. See, can you see the output here? 1 2 3. Here I'm inserting 1 2 3 after cout. Okay, here we have some space. Okay, that space you can observe here. 1, right? You can observe that space. You can observe the space over here. I'll just copy this and I can show you. Somewhere here I'll copy. See the space I got lost here. Show you the count here, how many we have. First I'm taking 9 fields here, then I'll try to put it here. Let me see whether I can copy it here. No. See, actually it will be like this. 9 spaces. So there I'm trying to print 1 2 3. So we'll get 1 2 3 as width is it is going to print from right end. Okay, as it is going to print it from right end here. So how many spaces do I have here? 6 spaces, then 1 2 3. Okay, 6 spaces. After 6 spaces we will get 1 2 3. Yes, is this clear? If I say like this, cout dot, if I say like this, cout dot width of 5, and I'll see this statement itself directly. Control C. I'll just show you this, what happens here. Error. See why it is giving an error here. I told you one width can be used for one cout. Okay, one width can be used for one cout here. Once again, if you wanted to use width, you need to specify cout dot width of, I'm using 11. I'm using 11 quotations. Compile and run. I got two. One width is for the first one printing and the second width is for printing second one. Okay, is this clear? Is this clear? Is this clear? Yes. Okay. Then next we have output will be like this. For the previous example, we are going to have how much I specified width here. I specified width 5, so it is going to create width of 5 characters. It will print the value. Okay. Right. In case if I wanted to print 5, 4, 3, 1, 2, then I need to specify like this. Then I have to specify this value 543 is printed, right, justified. That is what I was showing you. In case if I wanted to show like this in the previous example, cout dot width 5, cout 543. So this width is associated to, sorry, okay, here the width is associated to, first width is associated, second cout, then this will be this one. Okay. Here, are you able to follow? Right. Then for this, it will be the output as I've shown you just now in this example. The same thing. Then see, the field width should be specified for each item. That is what I said here. We need to specify the field width for all the items here. Whatever item width we are specifying for all these things, you have to write down width, like cout dot width of 5, then you have to use cout. Then once again, if you want to use width, once again you have to write cout dot width. Okay. Is it clear? So then we will see with an example here. Okay, we are having one example for specifying the size with width. Okay, for specifying the size with width here. So I am declaring how many arrays here? How many arrays I am declaring? How many arrays I am declaring in this example? Two, three, four. How many? Two arrays I am declaring. Okay. So what are those? One is item, other one is cost. Okay, one is item and other one is cost, and each has size of 4. Good, Balaji. Then I am using cout dot width of 5. Means how many field size will be set for this cout dot width? 5 means it means 5. Then I have C out items. Okay, then I have C out of items. Okay, so what happens here? C out of items, in that width 5, it is going to have, okay, it is going to have items. Okay, in that 5 width, it is going to have items. Then C out dot width of 8. Okay, width is how many field size is going to set here? For how many field size it is going to set here? For 8. Yes, for 8. And in that 8 field size, see what about remaining people? What about remaining people? Tarun? Tarun is present. Gaush? I'm able to get response from these people only every time. Gaush? Tarun is not there. Tanmay? Sriharsha? Okay, so in that 8th width, it is going to have cost. Okay, okay, there will be 4 spaces and 4 for the cost. Then next one, we need to have the total value here. Okay, we need to have the total value of what here? I'm taking int sum is equal to 0, I is equal to 0, I less than 4, width of 5, and I'm saying in that width of 5 I'm saying items of I. Again width of 8 I'm saying C out of cost of I. That means the array values whatever I had I wanted to store. Then you observe this line. Okay, value I wanted to calculate. So for calculating the value, okay, for calculating the value, what I am doing here, I am calculating item star cost. Okay, array name is item star cost here. Yes, so it is going to give us the value. Okay, value of a specific item. Then once again I am saying here C out dot width of value. So in that 15 width value, I need to have, okay, I wanted to have the value printed. Okay, I want to have the value printed. Okay, from that 15 width. Okay, I want to have the value. Then we will have sum is equal to sum plus value. I want to calculate the sum of the values, whatever we have, right? Then later we are saying C out of grand total, just it will be printed. Then C out of width of 2, then sum I'm printing. Whatever sum I will get, that I'm going to print it. Are you able to follow everyone? Yes. So it will be like this. Items, cost, total value. If I have 10 items multiplied by 75, it should be value will be 750. And the grand total means I should get the total of 750, 800, 720 and 1485. Okay. Want to have total value. Clear, Rahul? Is this clear, Rahul? Okay. So what should be the grand total? Okay, yeah. Correct only. Width, depending on the width here is going to specify. Yes. Okay, I'll show you with example. Once again, I'll run. Okay, Gaush, I'll explain once again to you. Listen, if anybody have not followed, you want me to explain width or this example? You want me to explain this width or example, Gaush? Example, okay. See, in this example, what I have done, I have taken two arrays, item and cost. So for storing these items, I am specifying as width 5. Then I am specifying as width 8. So that it will be like this: items, then cost, then value. Okay. Next, cout dot width of items, then cost we are storing. Then the next line, I just wanted to have the value here. So for that, I am storing cout dot width of 5 and item for item. Okay, it is not items, it is item. Okay, then cout dot width of 8, it is for cost. Then I am calculating value here. Value, and for the width I want to display 15 here. So see, 8 plus 5 will be 13. After that only I need to have the value. Yes. So for that reason we have specified more than that. Are you following Gauss? Then I am saying here sum is equal to sum plus value. Okay. Then I am saying sum is equal to sum plus value here, so that I'll get the sum of the values. Then when I wanted to print the grand total, I am specifying cout dot width of 2. Okay, it is going to print the sum in that width. Okay, and it is going to print the sum in that width. Is this clear, or shall I explain once again? Is this clear to you all of you? Okay, I'll show the same program by running here. Okay, can you see the output here? Yes. Somebody were saying that the width of 2 means it is going to give the value of a sum in 2 digits. It is going to take that width for sum, for storing this sum. Yes. So what I'll do is I'm going to enable an activity. Okay. You do that activity. I'll give 5 to 6 minutes time. In that time you have to do. If you want me to explain, I'll explain once again. See, how do I get the value here? Value is equal to item of I star cost of I. Yes or no? Int value is equal to item of I star cost of I. Yes. Then sum I am going to get it as sum is equal to sum plus value. Is this clear? Shall I enable the activity? You want me to explain anything here? Till here. Okay. Ma'am, can you show the output once? See. Oh, not this one. I'll run it and show you. See, that is what I said here. Sum. Grand total 3755. Here, that is equal to is taken for 2 characters here. If you are observing, okay, cout dot width of, I'll show these things separately. You can understand. Okay. What it is showing, sum is not declared in the scope. For displaying strings, we have to specify like this. Okay, yes or no? Yes, but in our program, what we are doing, we are taking a variable which is having some value. Yes, we are having some value there. So for that it is specifying here, even though, let me see. Right, as it is having more, the width is not sufficient, it is not working over here. Yes, it goes with the default thing, goes with the default option. Clear, Karthik? Okay. For showing you that only I have included there. I'm closing, saying I'm enabling one activity. You do that activity. I'll give 5 minutes time and complete that activity. Okay. I have started one activity. You check ma. I have started one activity. Check. The activity. First tell me, can you see? Okay. Okay, Harshita. Right. I'll give 5 minutes time. By the time you complete it and tell me. Let me see how many of you have done. What about this people are doing? Padma Devaraj, no submissions. Ramya, Roshan, Shivani. What happened? Why are not doing? Nikita, Charan, Nandini, Pujita. See, there are a lot of people who are still not done. May I know the reason? Devaraj done. Then why it is showing here as in red color? You have done just now? You have done just now? Akash done. Okay. Over. I'll give 1 more minute time. You can complete it, otherwise, I'll continue. Stop that activity. Everybody have done? right? Next we are having precision, setting the precision. Okay, setting the precision. Okay, may I continue the class or you just everybody have done? Everybody have done? Okay. So precision is nothing but we can set the how many number of digits we want to print after the decimal point. Okay, Ramya. Okay. Okay. After the decimal point. Uh, 1 second. I'll continue after this. See, you people are not taking serious for doing the activities, right? It is up to you when we are giving your final performance marks, right? So last time also, I think in last month also I told you people, be serious and try to complete all your activities in time. I said, okay, once again I'm reminding you people, and try to come regularly. Even attendance is also important, right? Attendance is also important. Try to attend the class regularly, and also complete your tasks whatever we are conducting, quiz or task. Tomorrow we will have quiz, okay, and some activities that also you try to complete. One more activity will be there today, you people complete that also, okay? But don't be irregular, you will have short of attendance, even short of marks for performance here. Clear? Right? The next is setting precision. Precision means how many number of digits we wanted to print after the decimal point. That is nothing but the precision here, right? So now even this precision is related with the, is associated with the output. So once again we are writing cout dot precision. Okay, cout dot precision of D. Okay, we are writing it as precision of D. Which color I should put so that you will be. Okay, cout dot precision of D. Right, so this D is nothing but, okay, here D is nothing but the number of digits to the right of decimal point, is the number of digits to the right of decimal point, is the number of digits to the right of decimal point. Now see here I have mentioned like cout dot precision of 3. Okay, cout dot precision of 3 I said. So what happens here in this example, after that precision I have written like cout of square root of 2. Actually square root of 2 is what, 3.14. Okay, 3.14, and this we have given precision of 3. Okay, I'll show you. Precision setting we have here cout dot precision of 2 and cout dot width of 5 and precision of and precision of 2. Cout dot precision of 2, cout dot width of 5, cout and 1.2345, right? Let us see what it will print here. Can you tell what happens here? With this cout dot precision of 2 means after decimal, okay, print 2 digits after the decimal point in this, right? So and we are specifying the width as 5, and the text we are giving will be 1.235 345, okay, right? So it will be 1 here, point after that 2, 3. Okay. Is it clear? Output will be like this. You are not able to hear, Anil Kumar? Is my voice clear to you? All of you? Can you hear? Is it audible? Anil Kumar, maybe internet problem with you. Check once more. Okay. So output will be 1.23. We have an example for this. We have one small example on this. Precision. Right. I have included C math. Okay. Can you see I have included C math? Okay. Then C out precision set to 3 digits. I wanted to set the precision to 3 digits. Meaning of that is after decimal point, how many digits I wanted to print? After decimal point, how many values I want to print? I wanted to print 3. Right. Then I am setting width as 10. Yes. Then I am setting width as 10. And I am asking the value to be printed here as like this, cout dot width of 15 and value will be sqrt underscore value of 3. Yes, sqrt underscore of underscore value of 3. Then I have for loop where I'm including precision like for 5 values, width of 8. Under that 8 I'm going to have n, this n value depending on this n. That width I'm specifying as 13. Cout sqrt of n. So what does it will do here? Here I'm writing okay, I'll explain once again precision. See, precision is nothing but we want to whatever we wanted to print after decimal point. Okay. See, for example, I have a value like this, right? For example, I have a value like this. So what is there here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So when I specify 3, right? 3 means I have values like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So here in the third position, I will have decimal. After decimal point, I am going to like maybe some numbers 4, 5, 6. Okay, after decimal point, I will have, if I say precision 5 means after decimal point, you can observe in this example, I am having value as how many digits I am having? How many digits I am having? 5 digits. Is this clear, Harshita? Yes. CH Harshita. KMIT. Is this clear? Yes or no, Harshita? Right. So depending on the precision value, the number of digits depends after decimal point. So here I specified 3. So after decimal point, I will have 3 digits. If I specify 5, after decimal point, I will have 5 digits. Okay. After decimal point, I will have 5 digits. Is this clear? Then I'm going to have continue with the example here. C out of SQRT of n. As I am using SQRT, I have included CMath function in the above. Then C out precision set to 5 digits. C out dot precision of 5. Okay, precision of 5. Then SQRT of is equal to SQRT of 10. Precision 0. Then I am specifying SQRT of 10. SQRT of 10 here, right? Right. Is the example clear to you people? Or shall I explain once again? Followed? Explain again, ma'am. Okay, Gaush, I'll explain to you. See, in this example, what we are doing is, I wanted to print, I just wanted to show the number of digits after decimal point. Right? I'll show once output first, then we'll go back. If I have value 1, SQRT of value is 1. Okay. 2 is 1.414. 3 is square root of 3 is 1.732. Then 4 is 2. Right? 5 is 2.245, something value will have for square root of 5. Yes. Now, in our example, what we are doing is, I am writing first precision 3 and width 10. Precision 3 indicates after decimal point 3 values. So it will have width. Then value as value. In the width 10 it will have value. Then width 15 it will have square root of value. You have seen this one. Value and SQRT of value. The headings here, value and SQRT of value. These things can be printed with the help of that two statements. First two statements. Okay. Precision of 3. After that, C out dot width of 10 value, width of 15 this value. Clear? Then in this one I am specifying width as 8. Actually width is 8. In that 8 we have n. Okay. Then width is 13. In that width 13 we have SQRT of n. Okay. Then I am setting the precision as 5 for square root of 10. Okay. And precision 0 for square root of 10. Okay. I am showing you the two differences here in the example. Clear? Clear, Gaush? Is the example clear, Gaush? Okay. Once I'll show you by running this example. Can you see here? Precision set 3 digits here. Square root. Because the width we have set as around, first one width we have set as 8. What is that width we have specified here? Yeah, right. First we have given the width as 10. So in that width 10, that is the reason we got as the value like this. Not this one. Okay, we got value here in the 10 width, we got value. Again, next time we are specifying around 15. In that we have SQRT. So in this value we are having 1, 2, 5. These are the values and these are the precisions. Okay. Then when I set here precision set to 3 digits. So after decimal point, square root of this one's precision set to 5 digits. So after decimal point we have 5. I'll show you one small one. I'll show the small example. Precision to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 I got. Okay, after decimal. Now if I write, see this precision works for floating points. I'm giving here 1.235. Now see. Right, after decimal point, how many we got? 2. Yes, from 2 we got 1.2. Clear? Now I have an activity for you. Yeah, it is taking n minus 2 means it completely takes 2 digits. In that it will do minus 1. Okay, n minus 1. Yes, Gauss. Right? Then, is this clear? Is this clear, everyone? Are you there? Are you people listening? I asked yes or no. There are so many people, around 300 students are there here. I am able to see only 10 to 15 responses. Okay. Then this example is clear. And see the output. I've shown you the output. I'll enable the activity. Is the example clear? Square root of n. C out of square root of n is a thing we are doing here. Okay. I will enable activity. You have to complete that activity. Can you see the activity? Can you see the activity? Hasya. Yes, okay. Okay. Pranav, good. I want everyone to give response. Okay, I'll give 5 minutes time. Complete it. As soon as you complete, message here. Everybody done? Everybody have done? Okay. Shall I continue? Let me see how many of you have done. Everybody have done? What happened to this Nakul Sharma? Nakul Sharma, Mohammad Farman, Azamuddin Akash. See, you can see these are the names who haven't done red. Not yet submitted, no submissions at all. Yadagiri, Dikshit. So many people. So what we have studied till now? What we have studied till now? All of you go through all these. Okay, tomorrow we will have quiz. Okay, tomorrow we will have quiz on this. Whatever I have discussed till today in Unit 4. Okay, till today in Unit 4. Okay, and some activities also we'll have tomorrow. Right, for today I'll stop it. Next we'll start with the filling and padding. Okay, this one will start, see in the next class. Tomorrow everyone should write your quiz and activities, complete all the activities who haven't completed.